Hi all, this is Dr. Fields. I apologize for my voice. I'm still struggling with that head cold, but I felt the entire weekend went by and I wasn't able to post anything. So I wanted to get back to it today and leave all of you with something that you can really start considering as being really important to your weight loss goals and plan. Um, you know, you'll look at this as possibly being a bit of an abstract concept, but I think that if you really start giving this some thought, that this can be a major concrete step that you can take towards your weight loss goals. So one of the um, unfortunate situations of dealing with a dependency is when we start to take it out of our life, right? If it's some kind of dependency on, like, let's say a substance or something of that nature, or reduce it, we don't have the luxury of taking food out of our life. It sets up a bit of a vacuum, right? So in other words, there was all this time that we spent with this extra eating that we were doing. I'm talking about, the unhealthy eating, the eating outside of the meals, or the eating to inappropriately extend the meals, right? This takes a lot of our time, all this extra eating. Then you're talking about extra preparation in some cases, and you're talking about extra cleanup, and you're talking about all the time spent obsessing about food, thinking about food. That's a big chunk of our day if you think of just how consumed we can be about food as food dependent people. So if you reduce this, major slice of your daily pie, right, in terms of all the different activities you do during a typical day, that's going to leave you with quite a void. So what do? You have to fill the void. You have to find, or you don't have to, but let me just say this. It is really, really an effective strategy to find another activity that you can really get into. It could be something just to distract yourself until you find something that you're really passionate about. But if you can find something you're really passionate about, like take me, for example. I'm super passionate about helping people. I love posting these videos. I love helping people with their weight loss goals. And I love helping people with any kind of dependency or addiction issues. So this takes up a big chunk of my life, whereas food used to take up a big chunk of my life. And I filled it in with helping people with these issues, which is wonderful. So, and that's what I'm passionate about. If you could find something that you're really passionate about, maybe it's something that you put on the back burner for a long time, like going back to school, or if you haven't been working for a while and now you're at a place where you can work again, maybe exploring, a career or a new job. It could be doing activities with your kids that you haven't really been doing so much of. It could be anything. It could be learning a new skill, learning a musical instrument, taking an online class and to learn a new language. I mean, it literally can be anything. And then, of course, it could be exercise. If you find something that you really love doing, I mean, that would be the ultimate, right? To fill up that time with exercise, or sport that, is some kind of physical activity that can burn calories that you really, really enjoy. You have to start thinking about crowding out this food dependency. When I get people to a place where they are no longer succumbing to their food dependency issue, they are almost always doing other things. And their life pie, their daily pie, is one that's much richer. There's a variety of activities. It's not the same old few activities every day. It's, a pie that's filled with a lot of different activities, a lot of different fun stuff, things that they're passionate about. And food really doesn't have so much room in their life anymore, right? Of course, they still have room to eat their meals, And certainly there are times where they will, go out to a nice dinner, and that might be the highlight of the night. But, that's the highlight of their night once a week, maybe twice at most. You need to fill your life pie with other activities. Start thinking about other things you can do, because if you just reduce this, you're going to be sitting there kind of twiddling your fingers like, what do I do myself? What do I do myself? What do I do myself? And you're going to be probably start thinking about food to fill in the void and fill in the time, and then it's like a vacuum. It sucks you right back in. So start thinking about not just reducing your food dependency and reducing the time spent on eating, but what are you going to fill in that time with? It is super important. When you take away a major thing or activity or obsession or focus of your life, you have to fill that time up with something. If you can't find something that you're super passionate about doing, or that always wanted to do and now you have time for, then just start thinking of an activity that would be nice as a distraction and maybe productive and get your mind off eating. Maybe it's something that you've needed to do for a long time, like clean out the garage or the basement, and then you start making a schedule every day that you're going to set aside some time to do that. But do something. Don't just sit there in discomfort and say to yourself, what do I do with this extra time? This is a key strategy to overcoming any dependency. A dependency, by definition, takes up a lot of our time. So you're going to need to fill in that extra time that you're not, devoting to your dependency anymore on other things. This is Dr. Fields. I hope next time I talk to you, I don't sound like a frog. I'll talk to you soon.